Hey guys,
Hello, hello, hello.
how are you guys?
Hope everybody had a good week. Hope we had a safe week.
Did you have a good week, Mike?
Not too bad. Worked. Took the grandkids to the drive-in.
Oh yeah, I wanted you to have pictures of that. I wanted to put it up. It was so cute.
It was fun. They had a good time.
The Goonies, which is a great
Goonies.
movie. Did they like it? Is that the first time they saw it?
First time they saw it.
Did they like it? Because
It was
even though it's
okay. It was too long for them. They said it was too long, but they enjoyed it.
yeah,
They seem to have fun. They got to eat popcorn and sit in the back of the car. It was fun.
Get Out. Yeah, it was cute.
Yeah, we missed Jaws by a week because last week they had Jaws, but that
Uh,
would have been fun.
hey guys, well thanks for joining us. Let's see who's here. We want to say hello to everybody.
See, Victor's here. Donna's here. Good evening to you, Victor.
Good evening, Victor. Hi, Nate Jones. How are you? How you guys doing? Donna. Hi, Donna. So tonight's episode is all about the books, the literature of Jaws.
Books that were and they're written about the film, and there are so many. There are so many books. I mean, I've got like 10 different books written on Jaws, but we picked the ones that I think are the most popular and definitely the most influential um, to fans and to future filmmakers. So that's the one that we. These are the ones we chose.
Yeah,
We
and get
recommend them all.
Michael's books on there. Michael and Lou's books on there too. Let's see. What he survived the heat wave. Oh, did you have a heat wave down there in Canada? I didn't know that. Did they? Michael, did you hear that?
I didn't hear that. Was it Celsius heat or Fahrenheit? See, we have the much hotter Fahrenheit down
Oh,
here.
that's right.
You know, you could say it was 2 up there, but it's like 80 degrees in real life.
Did they really say a Royale with cheese?
Well, they probably would because they had the metric system. You're probably not old enough to remember. You remember when in school, like I was like 7th, 8th grade, they taught us all so it had to be like early 70s. They taught us all the metric system because the world was the United States was going to switch over to the metric system, and after like the 2-liter bottle of colas, nobody cared. So
I did not know that. They
yeah,
wanted you.
that was the
So you had to learn it all, and then like it didn't even matter.
didn't matter. So it was a sweltering 33 degrees. Hey, David.
David
30,
Bigelow.
33 degrees Celsius, which is a degree above freezing here in America. So I don't know if I could remember that. 70, 76. I was close. 10th grade.
He's got it right on it. Oh, Jimmy Lovato. Hi. He was talking about when I said Royale with cheese, Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, great movie.
David Bigelow is from Amity. He's in Martha's Vineyard right now as we speak. I talked to him earlier today on the phone, and he's got some special stuff coming up, Mike. I'm so excited.
I'm pretty sure we're going to have him as a guest in the next couple of weeks.
Yes, we
So
are. And he's got a lot to share.
he does indeed.
He does. I don't know what I can say and what I can't. I just going to keep my trap shut, and we'll have David come on and talk all about it. Hi. I don't see the person's name there. Who is that on the screen?
That is Mackenzie Hill.
Oh, Hill. Hi, Mackenzie. I'm so good. I'm so glad girls are coming on. I looked at the statistics for this Jaws site, Michael, and it like gives you the gender of like who like participates, and of course it's 75% male and 25% female. So we got to get some more girls.
Some more Jaws girls.
Mackenzie's a big Robert Shaw fan too. Huge. So yeah, tonight we're talking about the literature of Jaws. I mean, it's amazing how many books have derived from Jaws. Like even rip-off movies is one of the books too that that's pretty cool. But we should. I was thinking about this today. We should do an episode on finding clips where there's a Jaws reference in it.
That'd be a fun show.
Right? That'd be a lot. Should we could just pull it up every single one and probably be like an hour or something.
Airplane, Caddyshack, 1941. All the movies of Kevin Smith. Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun. I know you have a good time with that. It'd be that, what is it? The third degree, 8 degrees of Jaws.
6 degrees of Jaws.
Degrees of Jaws. Still no Jaws at the drive-in in Toronto. Oh, sorry. Look around. Look at other drive-ins. Even if it's 15, 20 miles away, go. It's worth it.
They say miles or kilometers up there. So.
Victor saying hi, Mackenzie. Yeah, so tonight Michael and I are talking about the literature of Jaws. And so we had Carl Gottlieb on here, like, I don't know, a couple months ago. What an amazing guest. He was so nice, so sweet, so humble, so professional, just so nice. It's so funny because you do the research, and I was just curious to see how many copies were made. When that came out in 75, 2 million copies were made in 75. So that book just keeps on producing and producing and producing, huh?
Still in print. 45 years later.
Unbelievable. Yeah, it would be, right, Jimmy? It would be a great idea to like see it. Jeffrey Kramer. What is Jeffrey Kramer? Hello, Queen Donna.
Yeah, we're gonna have Jeff on. We tried to have him on earlier, but his software and ours wasn't compatible. But we're scheduled to have Jeff on. We're gonna have Joe Alves on. We're gonna have a couple more Jaws people. Then we'll get into Jaws 2, where we'll have a lot of the actors. And I am going to approach John Hancock and see if he will come and talk about his version of Jaws 2, because a lot of the response I got from the book Lou and I did was that, boy, they wish they could see John Hancock's version. So I will approach him, and it's not the best period of his life, but he's always been wanting to talk to me about it. So hopefully he will come out and talk to the fans.
That'd be great.
That would be.
Wow. I'm sure he appreciates that, knowing that he was the director before that. That would be great, because Jaws 2, Victor is a Jaws 2 freak. He'd definitely want to see that.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Kramer doing now. Well, he did all those. He was like producer of all those TV
shows. He's a producer. He did Ally McBeal and Boston Legal and whatever that turned into. Was it The Practice? He's living off his residuals, and has got a couple Emmys on his mantle, and still best friends with Jeannot Swark, the director of Jaws 2.
Oh, he is?
Yes. And Jeff and Jeannot both told me the story when Jeannot took over Jaws 2. Originally, Jeff Kramer was Hendrix in Jaws 2. Yeah. But when he got on the set and started reading the script, his part had been turned into two different deputies, and they were more of like a Laurel and Hardy. They were there for comic relief. So he quit, and Tom Roski was hired, best known as Rocco in The Godfather Part 2. And if there's certain pictures from Jaws 2 from the Hancock version, you'll see of Murray Hamilton standing outside of an Amity police truck with a deputy in there, and that's Tom Roski. So when they fired John and Jeannot took over, and he read the script, and he first thing he asked was, what happened to the deputy from the first movie? Why wasn't he here? Why isn't he here? So he called Jeff Kramer, got her to come back, got Carl to write the role the way it was in the first one. Yeah. And like I said, they've been best friends ever since.
Wow.
And he also shared with me that Richard Dreyfuss is one of his son's godfathers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love your stories. Victor said that he just watched Bang the Drum Slowly and he cried at the end.
Great movie. Early Robert De Niro. Yeah.
Nate. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I get a kick out of like, I don't mind promotions and all that, but before we have the guest on, please don't promote your page until we have our guest on.
Yeah. We're gonna end up like Letterman and the Tonight Show, where if somebody shows up on Letterman, they won't book him on the Tonight Show. Yeah.
Oh man.
We started something. We definitely started something.
Yeah, I know. All of a sudden it's like, like I'm all for promotion, but let us take care of that episode before you start promoting on there, because that's only fair, right, Mike?
That's right. Matt's here. Matt says,
Hi, Matt.
Jeff Kramer's a solid dude. Yes, he is. Matt and I bought him and his friend breakfast at the first Jaws Fest. Jeff Kramer and his friend. And then at the second Jaws Fest, I bought him lunch. So I told him, it's funny, every time we're together, I'm buying you dinner. So he owes me lunch somewhere.
Man, I wish I would have known you at Jaws Fest, man. I would have gotten the in.
You should have come in. Should have come on my bus tours. We had the best bus tours. We had fun.
Donna's going to say no. She had the best bus tour. But you're all working for the same, right?
That's right.
Yeah, so.
Same goal. Thank you, William. William Merriweather says, this show is the best. Well, God bless you.
Thank you, William. How are you? I don't see him. Is he way up there, or did he just come on? I
just came on. He's under... There he is. He's right under... just showed up under Victor's comment about Jeannot.
Takes a little longer to get mine, I guess.
No, that's fine.
Hey, all right. So we're going to start off, let's see, with our first topic will be, what book should we start off with first? The original OG.
The one that started it all, as they say.
Started it all.
Bum, bum, bum.
Here's what it looks like.
This is the original version that Edith Blake had self-published up on the Vineyard. Obviously, it sold a whole bunch of copies and was later bought by Ballantine. And I had a copy here. They made a trade paperback, which most of you, if you have the book, you have that version. This was the one that Edith did. Who's hiding in the bushes?
I don't know.
William. William is hiding in the bushes. Dana's here. Hi, Dana.
Hi.
That's Dana's comment there for everybody.
Rexall. Oh my God, Rexall.
Yeah, Rexall Drug. I got mine at Walden Books.
I'm not far from there, Hampton Beach. Wow, Hampton Beach Casino and all that. Wow, that's funny.
Yeah. But anyway, Edie published this book, and it was a success, as it should be. She was the photographer for the Vineyard Gazette, and she was on the set almost every day. And she had some great behind-the-scenes pictures. And I'm not sure. I'm going to say it's due to this book that Universal approached Carl Gottlieb, co-writer of the film Jaws, and Carl produced the book that most of us, I'm sure, read and have reread and read again, and that is the Jaws Log.
Yes, the Jaws Log. The one and only quintessential Carl Gottlieb.
That's funny. It's quintessential. Yes.
All right. That's the original. I saw it on it's funny because if you can get they charge more money for the older paperback. Like if you have the copy, I saw it. I'm like, holy crap, that's a lot of money.
They're, because people collect them. I mean, I've got 5 different versions. I've got a version in German. And then it was later expanded to an anniversary edition, which I want to say came out around the same time as the first Jaws Fest, or maybe a little bit before. And I think it came out a few years before. I think the original anniversary edition was the 25th anniversary edition, and then later expanded to an anniversary edition, which I want to say came out.
Are you okay?
Yeah, that's weird. I can hear him.
Oh, it's my bad. It's the
oh, okay.
That was my
okay. I was like, ooh, it's deja vu.
I thought that you just completely. I'm like, what I do?
And then it came out again in 2012. It included the shooting script of the film.
It did come out in 2010, right? Anniversary in 2010.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And the million filmmakers, Kevin Smith, Bryan Singer, who did Superman Returns and the X-Men movies and Usual Suspects, Robert Rodriguez, so many of them cite this book as the reason they became filmmakers.
Really?
And it is often referred to as the filmmaker's Bible because it shows, it takes you through every aspect of the production from the first, from the first day of shooting till the end and the reception of the film and everything else. So.
Let me just get a few up. I'm still the Jaws leg cover as the day I turned down Isle of Beetle and Salt, sitting there on the shelf. Goosebumps, dude. That's cool.
Oh, that's Matt. Yeah.
I know, Matt. You already did that. I don't know why it's doing it. Hi, Nick. How are you?
Hey, Nick. How you doing? Welcome aboard, Mick. How are you? Did I call him Nick? Hello, Mick. Sorry.
75 and 30th. Wow, Victor, you get it
all. Good.
Yeah.
They're all collector's items.
Yeah, we were going to have Mick on because Mick made an orca.
Yes. Have you seen the? I know he just did. He did like a test run to see if make sure it didn't sink.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have to have him on, and we have so many fans that do so many amazing things. We could, we could never not do this show because we have so many talented friends and fans that we'd love to share with everybody watching.
I know we so many, and we're all like a big family. We all know each other. We're all on the same sites. It's awesome. I wanted to do, so did I show the expansion version of it as well or no? Okay, so this would be the new one then.
Yeah.
Okay. So side by side there, I just wanted to put it. Mark Fitzgibbons. Hey, that guy. Yep, it is looking good. He's got to come on. He's definitely going to come on. I asked him before, I'm like, you want to come on or you want to videotape it before? And I think he should come on and show it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I remember selling this at Jaws Fest. Matt and I came upon Carl at Jaws Fest, and he was signing somebody's book. He had a line of people buying books, and some nerdy kid comes up and says, "Is it true that John Milius wrote the Indianapolis speech?"
Oh God, no!
And Carl's hand starts shaking, and he he's signing his name, and the guy holds out his hand, and he takes the book, and he goes, "It's in chapter 27 of the book you just bought," like that. So yeah. That's a sore subject.
One
line. Anyway, we delivered the bomb.
Yep.
John Milius has built a career out of that line.
I wonder how much money he's got from residuals.
Yeah. Like nothing.
That's almost insulting for Carl to even hear.
Yeah.
Oh, just wrong. Good Lord. Good Lord. I want to make sure. Hi, everybody. You want to make sure Mick came on. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. It is. Yeah.
That's next.
J.J. Abrams. I was reading that people that reviewed it. J.J. Abrams loves that book, Memories of Martha's Vineyard. Just a little fun fact there. It's a work of art. Yes, this one, Jaws Log, right?
I think the next one coming up.
Oh, okay.
Memories. Memories.
Oh, what was that from, Michael? The Way We Were, right?
Yes. Very good.
The Way We Were.
With Marie Hamilton.
That's right. And Roy Scheider said he always wanted to work with Barbara Streisand.
He did.
And David said that Miss Streisand wasn't that nice.
Would have been nice to Roy. Roy would have been nice.
Yeah.
So in 2005, we're all gathered at the Spielberg cabin. We were kind of like the Jaws Fest royalty because we had the cabin. So people were like, it was almost like an old time speakeasy where you had to come and give the password to come in. But Jim Beller's there and he's got a bunch of pictures. And I said, "What's this?" He goes, I'm putting together a book on the making of Jaws. Mm-hmm. And took him 6 years, but 6 years later, he and Matt Taylor released Jaws, Memories from Martha's Vineyard. This is a must-have. I am proud to say that I was the first person in the world to see this book and the first person to review it before it came out.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yep. If you get an original bookmark, my reviews on it.
I actually saw that Steven Spielberg did a little forward on it too, right?
Yes, he did a forward to it. Yeah. It's just it's an amazing book. It's everything. So many great behind the scenes shots from cast and crew. A lot of Universal stuff that people hadn't seen. If it's available, there's a paperback version, and there's also a coffee table version. It comes in a nice big slip cover, and it came with a piece of the orca, and
a piece of the orca. Oh.
Yeah, and a DVD of some test footage that Carol Flieger took of the of the Alex Kintner / Jeffrey Voorhees attack on the raft. If you've ever seen the still photo of him on the raft and then like the shark coming up behind him like that, that's from the test footage, and it's the body explodes and there's blood everywhere, and it's pretty gruesome. I can see why they didn't use it in the film, because it definitely would have earned an R. Because and if you ever watch like on Shark Week now, they got the air jaws, right? The seal's air and the shark comes up and grabs it. I think that's pretty much the way that they wanted that scene to play, but it just would have been too horrific. So, but this is by far not only a great book about Jaws, but a great book about filmmaking and looking at a certain film by the once again, all these are labors of love for the authors, and that's why I think they stand out. Yeah. As opposed to just, they're going to write a book about Jaws and you just, write down facts. You don't put any feeling into it, and people can feel it. People can sense when you're just doing it for the buck.
They can, huh? Yeah. It's so funny because if you go on Amazon, I actually wanted to just curious as to like reviews that people leave. Uh-huh. And some of them are good, but Amazon is like, I never trust it, because, you could just,
Amazon lets anybody write anything about a book.
Exactly. Because I've seen some stuff like, really, like I wrote good reviews about everything. There's only one thing that I didn't like, and I actually emailed them instead of airing the dirty laundry out. But I don't, some of them I'm like, really? Like, this is when I buy stuff from myself, look at the reviews and I'm like, I've been using lipstick for 15 years and you're going to say that it really doesn't stay on long. Really? Anyway. Let's see. I want to make sure I got all the comments here.
Hey, Phil, how are you?
Not yet. Nope.
No, you have not. You have not, Phil.
Yes. Matt Taylor. And didn't Jim Beller help him with a lot of the photos in that too?
Yeah, it was Jim's idea. It was like Jim's concept. But if you've been to the island, a lot of people there are very closed mouth and they don't talk a lot about other things, and they're very, very private. And Matt, I believe, is a fifth generation Islander. So his family knew all the families there. So he was able to go in and get stories that people would never share. I mean, if you and I walked up to somebody and they said, "Oh yeah, I was here when they filmed Jaws," oh really? What happened? Nothing. Whereas they tell Matt, chapter and verse of what they experienced.
Yeah. And when did that come out?
2011.
11. Okay, yeah, right before Jaws Fest, they were selling it. So yeah. Wow, Matt Taylor. I never got to meet him. You did though, right?
Oh, many times, many times.
Nice guy.
Yes, he also with Lou videotaped. I didn't know this. Videotaped my proposal to my wife. So
Oh, really?
we have that. Yeah, we have that. It's on one of the Jaws Fest discs that Lou did, but he taped the proposal. So
Oh,
yeah.
I like that story. It never gets old, but I just laugh at the first one that you're gonna slap.
You would like that? You would. You're a woman, so your boyfriend comes up and has Lee Fierro come up and slap you in the face and say, "Oh shoot, I forgot your boyfriend's name." We'll say it's Pete. Pete loves you. I just wanted you to know that. You don't think you wouldn't have said, "Oh, that's so awesome. Oh, what a great engagement." Yeah. So.
If you would have slapped me, I would have been like, oh, Jaws. And you know what? I would have been looking back at it going, no, I like the other way you did it. Yeah. And I like the little things that you gave everybody.
Oh, the Jaws, the plastic bubblegum rings. Yeah.
Yeah. That's adorable. That is so adorable. Jimmy, oh, you're gonna get it, Jim. Yeah. He hasn't gotten that one yet.
Yeah. So, finishing up the Strictly Jaws books. A few years ago, the production designer, man who created the shark and everything else, Joe Al's put together a book called Designing Jaws.
Yeah.
And it is also, I think, in a special edition that Joe put out. It is his story of the creation of Jaws and the creation of the scenes and behind the scenes look, and it includes his storyboards. That is the new advanced edition. This is the original edition. Oh, am I too close to the camera? So it's and
I love it. I love that. That is such a great cover, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's a great way to see how films are made, because I think a lot of people just think they go to the set and the director says, "Right, you stand there, you stand here," but a lot of it is the production designer and the director. They get together and they do storyboards, and so they know before they get to the set that day. We're going to have this angle. The camera's going to be here. We're going to shoot up. So it's a great look at a great introduction, as well as Jaws Log is to filmmaking and how a movie comes together. It's it's just not a bunch of people walking on and standing in front of a camera and saying lines, and it's much harder than it looks.
Thank God for Joe Alves. There would be no Amity Island on Martha's Vineyard.
That's true. I can't even think where they would have filmed it. Like, I don't know, Pittsburgh or something.
Pittsburgh.
It's a Three Rivers shark. We got a shark on the Allegheny. We got a shark on the Allegheny River. Yeah. Jesus.
You know where Lake Placid, where they filmed that alligator scene with Betty White? I don't know why I just thought of that. I don't know why that. Anyways. Yeah, so that is a great book.
It is.
I have not got mine yet, and I have to before he comes on, because like I said, I'm saying with my sister, I've already got so much stuff here. I never got to grab all my books that I have with me. I'm staying with my sister's in Boston, and then I'm going up the Vineyard to my brother's house the 28th, the end of the month, and then going to the Fan Fest meeting. Oh, you lovely people! I can't wait to meet all you lovely people at the Fan Fest.
Yeah, you should have the book before Joe comes on, because he's going to say, "So Jay, did you read it? What'd you think?"
Yeah.
And you'd be like, "I don't know."
No, I would never. Like, that's why I'm saying, I'm like, every time I've gotten something sent here from work, I didn't come, and I'm like, and even Amazon, but I go, if I don't even want to order from Amazon, I'm going to order it directly from his site, not through Amazon. I'm going to go to his site
Yeah.
from there. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
have to get that at
Yeah.
ASAP. I think everybody else has got it but me.
Yeah. So after Jaws, they made a sequel, and they called it aptly Jaws 2. And intrigued by the success of Carl's book, they had a writer named Ray Loynd do a Jaws 2 log. Now, originally, there was an actor cast named Brian Uttman, who currently lives next the state over in Nebraska, and he was hired to do this while he was on the set to chronicle, and he got $10,000 advance, and then when they fired him, he had to give the money back. so they had no one really to write it, so they hired Ray Loynd. This is a very sterile, studio approved version of the making of Jaws 2.
Yeah.
It talks a little bit about John Hancock. The highlight is that Susan Ford, who was at the time the daughter of President Ford, who was a photography major here at the University of Kansas, she was on the set and she took some photos. So there's some photos in the book that she took, but it doesn't talk a lot about the behind the scenes stuff. It's very sterile. And one of the things when Lou and I set out to do our book, and in talking to the actors, they were happy to talk to us because Ray Loynd talked to none of the kids, none of the actors, none of the kid actors for this book didn't get their idea how they were,
not one of them.
Not one of them.
Oh.
So they were happy to talk to us because that way they get their thoughts out and their story, and they shared some great stories that and they shared more stories with me that I didn't use, that Universal never would have wanted released. So, but like I said, and this also, it was not as popular as the Jaws log, and it goes for a lot of money on eBay. You expect to pay like $60-$75 a copy.
Wow.
If you can find one in decent shape. It was indeed.
100 million.
Huh.
It's so funny because the crocodile in Lake Placid, I know a guy that we know that developed that, the Quint orca.
Nick.
Yes. Yeah, he actually helped with the crocodile on
awesome.
that too. Yeah, it's pretty cool. That is a good story. I like Lake Placid. I'm sorry, but I like it.
Okay, so in 2011, a bunch of us go to Martha's Vineyard for the book release party for Memories of Martha's Vineyard, and my late friend Lou Pisano and I are standing on Main Street, and we're talking to Tom Dunlop, who is now an author, who was Timmy in Jaws 2. And we had asked Matt and Jim Beller if they were interested, if they were going to do a similar book on Jaws 2, and they were just burnt out after 6 years. No. So I said to Lou, well, actually, Jim Beller said to us, you guys write, you should do a book on Jaws 2. Yeah. And Tom Dunlop said, nobody wants to read a book on Jaws 2. And I said, no. And I said, no, we can do this. We can do this. And he said, maybe in an ebook, maybe somebody will, pay $1 for it. And I said, no, it's going to be a real book behind the scenes. So he said, well, if you guys are serious, I'll help you out. And he did. So anyway, in 4 years later, in 2015, we released Jaws 2, the making of the Hollywood sequel. It did very well. It proved so popular
Mm-hmm.
that I convinced the publisher to do a expanded, updated edition, which came out on the 40th anniversary of Jaws 2 in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And also, this is the first book the publisher ever did in color, and it's got amazing photos. Um, I want to say there's over 50 interviews in there, and we tracked down everybody in the opening credits except for John Williams, who was too busy to talk to us, is in this book, and about 30 other people. We tracked
Wow.
down every kid that had been in the film and then got fired. We tracked down all the other actors that had been in it and got fired. We found Sparky the diver. Uh, we talked to extras. We talked to everybody from Sid Sheinberg, on down to an extra. We got everybody's story, and this is, I mean, I you know, I wish that Lou was with us to see the appreciation and the love for this book that the fans have. Truly, as I note in the expanded edition, a labor of love. It took us 4 years, and they flew by.
All right,
So,
Lou Paisano.
yeah.
Nice.
And then while we were going to the first Jaws Fest, Matt and I met a writer named Pat Jankowitz, who was working on a book. And we talked a little bit, and he said it's going to be about Jaws and the Jaws movies. But he told us how much he hated Jaws 2. Hated. Oh, this movie sucks. Everybody sucks in it. So later that weekend, we're talking to Mark Gilpin, who is Sean Brody in
Yeah.
Jaws 2. And Pat has an interview with him. And hey, how you doing? Good to see you again. And I said, watch out for this guy, Mark. He thinks your movie sucks. And then we left. Then we left him. And a quick Amazon story. We talk about anybody can review anything. One of the reviews on Amazon for our book says, "I didn't read this book, but I saw the movie and the movie sucked, so I'm sure the book sucks." And he gave us 1 star. And I begged Amazon to take it off. And they said, "Oh no, we don't review reviews. We don't remove them." I said, "He didn't read the book." He goes, "Well, we don't remove them." I said, "So
That's so wrong. It's so wrong in so many ways.
But I said, "Okay, so let's say I don't like cats, and I go on there and I give a 1 star review to every damn cat book you sell. Can I do that?" And they go, "Well, we hope you don't, Mr. Smith." So
that just doesn't make any sense.
No.
It doesn't.
Yeah. Anyway, this is Pat Jankwitz's book. Just when you thought it was safe, a Jaws companion. It covers all 4 of the films, some good behind the scenes stories, some good photos, and it's interesting. Also by the same my publisher, Bear Manor. In fact, if you have the original edition of the Jaws 2 book, you'll find an ad for this book in the back. And then, yep.
Wow.
Oh yeah, who did? John Conradi has a drawing in there, and David Lachey has a couple drawings in there. And then the last book that we're covering, which just came out this week, and it's right here. And Jay will throw a picture up. Oh, one before this.
Oh shoot! No. Yikes! My bad.
There we go. Jaws Unmade by John LeMay.
Oh.
This book looks at every Jaws ripoff, Jaws inspired film, tentative Jaws sequels. It looks at Grizzly, it looks at Tentacles, it looks at Orca.
Tentacles. God. Yeah, I remember that.
It looks at a fun script that I have a copy of called Jaws 3 People Zero, which was written by John Hughes. And it was like, it was going to be National Lampoon's film after Animal House. And everybody was excited about it. But Universal was afraid that if they made fun of it, that they couldn't go on and do 3 and 4 and whatever 19, whatever it is in Back to the Future 2, Jaws 19.
Directed by Max Spielberg.
Max Spielberg. But this is.
I'm trying to pull up a picture, but I pulled up when I saved the picture before, it was one of those links where they don't let you copy it. So just give me a few seconds. Keep talking, Michael. I'm going to pull it up. Yeah, so I actually talked to, before we pulled this up, Pat Jankowitz. He's actually a very nice guy, funny. He was telling me some stories. Let's see. Okay, so I have it. Here it is. My bad. Do you have it in front of you, or can you pull it out?
I can just hold it up.
Yeah.
And he also, I didn't realize he signed it when he sent it to me. And he does uses a lot of different reference works. He references our book a couple times in it. Other books that he's gotten information from, as you should when you get information from another source. But it's very entertaining just to see how movies were conceived and pitched. And for those of you interested in the Howard Sackler version, he also has gone a little more detail into the original version of Jaws 2, how it was going to be. He's got some interviews in there. He's got an interview with me in there. He's got Billy Van Zandt in there. But it's really an interesting book, as you can see over there in the top, Jaws 3 People Zero. If you read the script, it's hilarious. It opens with Peter Benchley. Yes, everybody spells Pippet wrong, Donna.
I'm sorry. I have to go. I like that. She's so kind. Look at, she put spelled SPELT. Pippet. Go ahead, Michael.
Spelled Pippet wrong. The Jaws 3 People Zero opens with Peter Benchley jumping into his, getting up, jumping into the swimming pool where he's immediately eaten by a great white shark. And it goes from there. It's really funny. It would have made a fun film. So,
Donna, that was right. Spell SPELT. For some reason, I was like, spell like I was fish. I don't know. Like, what is that? Smell?
Did I send you the Horror Hound?
Yes, you did.
Can you throw that? I'm going to jump off real quick, and you throw that up, and I can talk while I'm checking something.
Yeah, no problem. I'm going to throw it up right now. I'm looking for it. Let me see. Jaws 3 and 4 is through. Jaws 3 and 4 is story watching it. Pippet! And we are going to pull it up right now. The Horror Hound. There it is. I got it. There she is.
Okay. This magazine, Horror Hound, came out in 2015. And I'm going to disappear from your. Well, I might stay on your screen, but I won't make any faces. I might still be on. I have to check something. I had the honor of writing the cover story for this edition of Horror Hound. It is basically the entire story of the creation of Jaws in 8,000 words.
That's awesome. Mike. That's so awesome.
But it's got a lot of. I was able to get. Include some stories from Matt and Ed McCormick and Jim Beller, some pictures of their of their collection in there. It was a lot of fun.
My sister has that.
And waiting for my email to open here. Oh, really?
Yeah, she has this.
Well, tell her not.
No,
tell her not to sell it. This is the only issue of Horror Hound to ever completely sell out. There are no back issues available.
When was it out?
2015 for the 40th anniversary.
I'm pretty sure she has it. I'm pretty sure she has it, or she.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You can find it. I go on eBay every now and then. If I find one, I buy it.
Yeah.
Just so I have a few, but yeah, and it's also got some other great shots of stuff from people's collections. Dominic Mancini, who was on last week,
Yeah.
He provided a lot of pictures of some unusual, Jaws stuff that you hadn't seen. Oh God, they made a bank out of this, or they made an inflatable toy out of this. 24. Okay.
That's expensive.
Okay.
That certain episode now is worth a lot of money. Are you saying, right? Horror Hound.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
All right. Well,
and then we have one more, and one more, and I am going to. I finally got the email that I was looking for. Today is August the 13th, and Donna, I literally just got this email, and I will share it with you in a moment. Donna told me that Edith Blake's lucky number is 13, and today is August 13th. And today I am proud to announce the pre-sale will be posted tonight.
Woo!
Of
the big reveal.
The big reveal. This is what Phil's been waiting up in England to see.
And that is the one that you sent me, the last one, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So how old is she now, Edith?
She will be 95 next month.
And Donna always hangs out with her and takes her to coffee and stuff, right?
Yes. Donna's known her for decades.
Where are you? Okay. Yeah. So let me just find it. I love the Jaws books here, and then the newest one. Hope this is the right one. Oh yeah, I got it. There's so many. Ta-da!
There it is. This is the 45th anniversary edition of Edith Blake's book, the book that started it all. We're coming full circle. It's been edited. It has a new chapter 45 years later that I was honored to write. And there are about 70 pictures in there that weren't included in the first edition. Many of them, as they say, never before seen.
Yeah, 70 new. That's amazing. So, Jaws freaks are going to be coming out and going to get it. New pictures.
I know I am. I know I am.
I know I am too. You showed us a few of them. Remember we did a few of them that we didn't see? That was pretty cool. We showed them. I just wanted to put that up there. So that's great news. That's awesome. Good for Edith. Wow. Amazing.
Well, I think it's it's full circle for me. It's my childhood come back. I mean, September 76 is when there's Edith's birthday, September 13th, also her lucky number. September 76, I called Edith Blake on the phone, and here I am 44 years later, and I get to contribute to her book. Yes, Mark, it'll be both hardback and paperback. And it's should be out in the next 2 weeks. We're going to start I'll post a link on all the pages for pre-sale, and it's fun. It was I've done a lot of things in my life that I'm very proud of, but this is right up there with it. Because you were going to go with the red, and I don't like the red. I like that. I like that cover better. It is red. You meant the white?
White with the red?
Yeah. Well, originally the Jaws is white, and we went with the red.
On the picture we're seeing up on the screen right now, it has
Yes.
blue and red on the side, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I can't see the red on the side.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
But okay, cool. Yeah, that is awesome. Who is that? Very late here. I can't see. I'm sorry. I don't see your
Very
name.
late here.
Is Matt still on? Because is he saying that's sick? Is that Matt? Is that you, Matt? I hate
Let's see. Matt said Edith is a total sweetheart. She has a winning smile. Just loved her. Very, very true.
That's cool. Donna, when Donna had talked about the Jaws being going on, she was actually reading the book while it was being filmed behind her, right, Donna? Which is pretty cool. Who else can say that, right?
That's true.
Right?
I can't even imagine that. She like wandered into like a Jane Austen movie or something and say, "Oh, I read this book." Yeah.
She was right there filming it while it was behind her. That's awesome. Hi, Phil. How are you? The guy just want to make covers. When Michael copy you.
Oh, Phil said it's very late here. Phil is also over in England. Phil's the one who designed the covers for this book. He also did the various covers for the Jaws 2 book. When I sent this, the cover, what I sent Phil was an old black and white picture, and this is what he was able to do to it. He's a genius. He's an artistic genius.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so great. So that must be, I'm so like proud that you're my friend. I'm like, you're gonna, well, yeah, because like, I always wanted to be part of the popular group, but I wasn't involved because I was like, I haven't found you guys till later on.
That's all right. We take everybody.
Opening though, like, so that's why I said all these new people that find the Jaws, like, and then they put a question down or they put something down and someone like attacks them. It's like they haven't been on a Jaws page, like they're finding it, like you guys were on jawsmovie.com before you all went on Facebook too, right? For everybody.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely. You have to be popular.
I can't wait to get one too. I'm gonna have to get that and Elvis's book like ASAP. I have to order Elvis's tonight.
There'll be a quiz. There'll be a quiz on this.
I actually can't wait till we have Joe on here because I really want to talk about. I know we're talking about Jaws, but I really want to talk about the set of Escape from New York.
From New York.
That's what I really want to talk about.
Oh yeah, Free Jack. Only person I know that's worked with both Elvis Presley and Mick Jagger. So
he's cool. He's so damn cute too. He's 85 and he doesn't look it at all. Looks really.
He looks good.
And so does Carl. Carl looks like 20 years younger than like a photograph from 20 years ago. Carl looks so like young. Looks good.
Well, Joe, Joe is Studley on the set of Jaws. He ended up dating. We refer to her affectionately as Patches. She's the girl in the estuary. There's a shark in the estuary, and Joe was telling me the story about she went back to L.A. with him, and we had a good time, and she lived with me for a while, and she was, I met her, she was 17. I said, 17, Joe? And you were like, what, 35? And he goes, oh, she may have been 18. I said, yeah. Yeah.
Patches was only 17 back then?
Say again?
Patches, well, she was at Jaws Fest. I mean, I went up and I asked her a question, like, her whole ensemble in that movie. I love that whole, like, look, Patches, obviously. I asked her, she still had the clothes. I remember going up to the podium and asking the women of Jaws, remember the panel? And she's like, unfortunately, I don't. But she was, and then I saw to my left, I told this story before, but my boyfriend sitting me next to here, and then I'm like, going like this, like, he's like, wow, this. I didn't get a chance to go to the autograph signing, so of course I had to go, can you sign my thing, Jaws Fest? And he's like, no problem. But he was like watching Patches, and I'm like,
memories.
Yeah, that's now it makes sense because of that whole. I wonder what she's up to. She still looks good. She's a pretty woman.
Oh yeah,
very woman, really pretty woman. Jawsmovie.com. Yeah, they all met on there, right, Michael? Like before the Facebook.
Yeah, that was a site started by Jake Gove, one of the producers of The Shark Is Still Working. that like all of us over the last 20 years, our lives have progressed, and we don't have as much time to do a lot of things that we want. And Jake had to let the site kind of. I think he'd still. I don't know if you can still find it on online or not, but he kind of let the site drop. Mark, would be a dream to get them signed. I do know the plans are once the book comes out. Donna is setting up a book signing in Edgartown. So I would say get with Donna, and you can probably buy one through her. And yeah.
I see you, Matt.
Oh,
Yeah.
it doesn't show his name anymore. Doesn't show Tim's name anymore either. Wow.
Tim's on here. Tim Fila's on here.
Yeah.
Hi, Tim. I didn't know that. Yikes. That's him, right?
Yeah.
Good Lord. All kinds of problems with the software. We might be changing soon.
That's right.
And if we can get the Jaws 2 kids on, like a Brady Bunch kind of thing going on, with that, I'm not sure about that. We'll have to check it out. But for those of you, when you try to integrate like applications with Facebook, it's weird. There's only a certain few that go together, and then we could do a YouTube live too, I guess, but you can't do both simultaneously.
Right.
But we'll figure it out. Hi.
Hi, Jay. That's Tim.
Oh, okay, that's Tim. Yay, Mark, you are? That's cool. Yeah, Ian Kruger Morton's still going, I think, too. Bunch of British people are coming over. Is Claire coming? Michael, do you know?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I haven't seen recently.
Yay.
Just talked to Edith. She's very excited. Good.
That's great.
Excellent.
I love it.
So, gosh, I think that's it. I mean, there are a million other books you can find, but these are the ones we recommend. And I think you'll find even if you think you know the story of your favorite film,
there's always something new to learn.
Yep.
Right?
Always something new. And we're back.
Oh, I know.
I had not heard that story before David told us.
That was pretty cool. He never finished the Lorraine Gary one. I'm going to have to get him that one. I would love to have Lorraine Gary on here. God.
I had to pull teeth to get her to talk to me for the book.
Really?
Yeah.
She's kind of like not really in the public eye anymore at all, huh?
No, she's a lawyer, and she has a foundation, which if you look at the Jaws 2 book, there's information on the foundation in there. Mm-hmm. But especially, I'm thinking since Sid Sheinberg passed, she's probably just staying home.
And she's got a lot of grandchildren with the 2 sons too, right?
Yeah.
Now, are they producers as well? They are, right?
Yes, they formed when Sid left Universal. They formed a company called the Bubble Factory, and they did films like The Pest with John Leguizamo, which I like because I'm a 12-year-old boy inside. Film with Tim Allen, who I don't like, so I didn't see it.
I don't like him either.
He's a drug dealer.
I don't know, but he's just annoying. I don't know what it was. I just never really cared for him. Like,
and you know his real name is the aptly Timothy Dick. That's his real last name.
Really?
It fits him. Anyway. Victor asked if Joe is doing a Jaws 3D book. I know he was working on a job. He was doing a book about himself, his career, but then I also I had people ask me if I was going to do a Jaws 3D book as a follow-up to the Jaws 2 book. And I talked to Joe, and Joe said he was also doing like the Jaws 3 diary or something with the big D, I guess. But he's working with Dennis Prince on those. Should do all the related books too. Amity Ride, The Scheider one-man play, Bigger Boat.
Yeah,
Mark?
that's our show. Yeah. We have so much to discuss. This, I mean,
So
one episode, like we just said before, Mark, I don't know if you were here, but we were talking about, what is it? Jaws mentions in each film or, dialogue. I just put on Facebook the other day, Pete Davidson from Saturday Night Live did a little skit. Did you see that?
That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
That was funny. And then the Scheider, the one-man play, I did not like it. There are a lot of,
Oh, you saw
uh,
it? I didn't know you.
huh?
You
No, I
saw
read it.
it.
He sent me it to read and review, but I didn't want to review it because I would have been very negative. Um, it's not the Roy Scheider that I knew, and there are like at least 10 factual errors in it that
Really?
anybody who did their research could have found out. So avoid that one. But the Amity Ride is a good book. Um, this is a good book. I believe it's from England. Um, there are a million books out there. We just picked the ones that we liked, but doesn't mean we don't like others. But in the main library, if you had a main Jaws library, you had to have 10 books. These are 7 of them. Do we do 7? I'm just guessing. We did. There's just 7 of them.
Yeah. When we went to Jaws Fest too, do you remember going to the it was, I wonder if it was there was 2 gentlemen that were there at Jaws Fest, and they presented a video where they edited like rip-offs and sort of like the same book, and they did it, and it was that's where I met John Carroll, actually. It was at the Bread or something. Remember? Do you remember
I
that?
didn't. I didn't. I didn't go to that.
Oh, okay. John, did you remember like it was like, I forget the name of the place, the bread company, or I forget what it was, but they did the same thing. It's almost like the same thing as that book, but they did all the movies and they put them together like Tentacles, Orca and
Mm-hmm.
all that. And they were making fun of it, it was pretty cool. It was really fun. Like we had a good time. That's where I met John Carroll, the only one out of all of you guys that I met.
You probably met us and didn't know you met us.
No, it's like every single time I see a picture, like I'm like, hey, I was there. Or John
Yeah.
Conrad said, I'm like, I was right there too. And I'm like, yeah, we didn't met. We just met a few people. We didn't know the in crowd yet.
Didn't know the cool kids. Didn't know the cool. You know what? It's we're not. We never were. I was talking to a girl I went to high school with, and we were drama nerds and everything else. And I always said that we were the cool kids, and she said we were never the cool kids. But
Oh,
to me, we were the cool kids.
yeah.
You know, and the cool kids go on their way. They go off in the wind. You never see each other again. I'm very happy to say that I can count. I would need more than these 2 hands to count friends that I've had for 40 plus years.
It's good
That
that you picked out good friends. Like you were very smart. Like you got lucky and you had good ones stay. My father always said, if you can count 5 on your hand, you're doing good. That's all you need, right, Mike?
that's all you need.
Really. And yeah, it's good to have good friends because sometimes you know who your friends are at times when you're at your lowest point, and sometimes you know who isn't your friend.
Amen. It's not an official Jaws Fest, but it's coming up at the end of September.
Yeah.
End of September.
Yeah, Donna had put it together. Amity Jaws Group had put it together. It is a fan fest. She's got like, if you go to Amity Jaws Group, there's the whole outline of what's happening on what days. So if you want to do that, Victor, it's on the Amity Jaws Group and it's above announcements. You'll see it. You can click on there if you want to go. I thought you weren't gonna go. You were talking about that, right, Victor? I didn't know if you were gonna go or not. I was hoping you were gonna go.
Will they
And
let you back into Canada, Victor? Not being funny. I know that they're very very strict with who's coming in and out of the country.
they are. I just saw that in the
Yeah,
news.
yeah. You might have to, because I think Donna had said that in Massachusetts now the governor passed a rule that you have to get a COVID test 70
Yep,
no longer than 72 hours before you come in the state, and yeah.
they're strict. Yep. Talked to David the other day. He said there's a COVID place. He told me where it was. I wrote it down because I'm going there the 28th. So, yeah. So wait, you don't have to get into the Martha's Vineyard though. They're not doing like temperature checks or anything like that though on the ferry, are they? I was just
I don't
curious
know.
because
I would think.
they're starting to do that with the airline. I'm on a leave right now, but the airline sent out a mass email saying that they're going to have like eventually people are going to have like bring a paper saying they're COVID free, like a doctor's note.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know why we didn't do this. I don't know.
Hmm.
Donna. I don't know. Here it is, Donna. 25th, 26th, 27th, and 20th.
28th.
And Jeffrey Boris is the manager at the Wharf Pub, and it's the Wharf Pub twice. I don't know what those dates. Those are the dates that she put up there, but it also goes into like what times we're meeting up. So it's just a meet and greet and get to meet all our friends that we know online. And Donna put her heart and soul in that for free and did all that work. Thanks, Donna. That was really cool of you to do that.
Dawn is the queen of the Jaws.
Yes, the queen.
Monarchy. She's the one to seek out if you go to Martha's Vineyard.
It has, right? I can't. The mask is so weird. Like I always like breathe in it, and I'm always just like, ugh.
Well, try with sunglasses on or glasses on. It just fogs up.
Yeah. I know I would never go in because my father is older, and I would never want to get him sick. I always wear a mask, but it's just so. Isn't it like annoying at times? You're like, oh, can't breathe at all. So yeah, we got a really good taste of the. I mean, obviously, this is. We have that. I mean,
yeah, Life magazine.
45 years later. I mean, this is the only period of literature I have here at my house, and I'm spending the whole summer with my father because he got sick earlier this year. So I spend as much time as I can with him in New England here, just 20 minutes outside of Boston. But because I have all my Jaws stuff at all my literature in Phoenix. But anyways, Michael, I'm just so proud to be your friend, and yeah, that's great. I love it. It's awesome. And then Donna is such a great she's just so like helps everybody out. And when you guys go to Fan Fest, I have to meet Donna. I haven't met Donna. I know you, Michael, but we haven't met in person. But we'll all have a good time. So I'm looking forward to that.
It's going to be a hoot.
It is. Now I want to know something, Mike. What do you think we'll do? Do you think now I'm staying at my brother's place, but the day that we get there, do you want to do I was thinking about maybe doing a Jaws live there. Maybe like there. Do you think we could, or do you want?
I think it depends on the time when we get there and everything else.
Because it's the night of Thursday that we leave the next day, I think, for the 25th. So I don't know. I mean, I think we're going to have that show then, obviously, right?
Yeah.
If we'll go the next morning, unless you got to get up early in the morning because your flight's booked.
I got to check. I have to check with the boss.
Yep. Check with Juanita. Let me just make sure that I got the Red Sox are horrible this year, Jay. I know. I wear my mask all the time because I have the Jaws. Yeah. Michael does too.
Yeah.
They had a Quint's fishing shark one the other day at Amazon. You get a bunch of cool ones on Etsy too. Michael, you know that shirt you had? Did your wife get that off Etsy, that material, and make it?
Which one?
The shark shirt with all the Jaws logos on it.
Oh no, I got that in it's a store called Dark Delicacies. It's a horror themed shop in Burbank.
Really?
Yeah. He has a friend who is a costume designer in Hollywood that makes those. Call. They're on Facebook. Dark Delicacies. Dell Howinson is the owner. Also, where I had the first book signing with all the Jaws 2 kids and Carl and Joe and Jeff Kramer. Yeah.
Oh.
What?
Oh no.
And today's shirt is a shirt of the original book.
Let me see. It's always a delay. Okay, now I see it. Always a delay here. I can't win, Michael, with the software. Now I'm seeing it. I'm looking. If you're wondering why I keep looking over there, folks, I'm looking at my iPad.
That's what I do. If you look at
Again, for the third episode on my side, it's just like this.
Yeah.
That's how Michael. I don't see any of his facial expressions. But anyways, you didn't need to hear that.
Yeah. People think I'm watching the Oriole game, but I'm just looking at my iPad too. That way, because I can see everybody who says something here.
That's what I was saying, right? I thought, Michael, we could do something like, I don't know, just
like a pre-recorded thing. Go to the different sites. You do your cosplay. You do your Ellen Brody cosplay.
I could take my laptop and then we could actually be side by side. You know what I mean? And then open up the software from this. I'll take my laptop with me, and then you'll get
And then
to get.
hold up like a piece of cardboard between us, so it look like we're separated or in different places.
I'll take old Bruce here behind us.
Yeah.
Actually, at my brother's house, we could do take. No, we should see if we could do it somewhere like that everybody knows, like South Beach or something. I don't know.
It'd be fun.
Better than his Angels. Jimmy's in Los Angeles. Trust me, she is the best. Donna is, and yes, it would be Victor. Hey, this is a great episode. Another one. Michael has so much knowledge with literature, Jaws, and just movie background and all that. It's a pleasure to work with you, Michael. I consider you a mentor and a really good friend. Like I said before, this movie's just got me the best of friends. Anybody that I meet that loves Jaws, I mean, just get along with them, right?
I agree.
So true. We click. Yeah, so that's it, folks. Anybody else want to ask any questions? I just want to mention again, if you didn't, there's a couple people that couldn't make it and are watching the rebroadcast. So, thanks for coming on and seeing us, and just say hello, and we'll say hello back. And don't forget, we also are on YouTube too. So check out the YouTube channel.
Tell your friends.
Yeah, and then we're on Instagram, Jaws Live Instagram too. If you guys are on Instagram, we're on Jaws. Let's Talk Jaws Live on Instagram. You can check that out. I got a picture of Michael in his car. It says Jaws on it. I have all your Jaws 2 book on there.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's a wrap, Mike. This is great. This has been fun as always. It's been a pleasure.
Great week, everybody.
You too. Let's see. Donna just put Sharky's Friday night.
Sharky's.
You know what, Donna? I was going to ask you that, but I wanted you to see if it was okay with you because I know you wouldn't have said anything. I was wondering. That would be cool. That would be so cool. What do you think, Mike? No?
Yeah, it might be fun if they have the room.
You're honest.
They have the room. Free advertising.
Right? Oh, thank you, Nate. Thanks, everybody, for coming on. Thanks, Jimmy. Thanks, Victor.
Thanks, Victor.
Is Mackenzie still here? Because I couldn't see her. She didn't really say anything. She just hiding in the bushes. Thank you, Victor. It's always our pleasure. We had fun. Thanks again. And I'm so glad Donna came on. She was so excited to see that book. And then I can't wait until Joe comes on. And then obviously we'll have Jeff Kramer soon. All the good guests. Yay! Bye-bye.
Have a good night, everybody.
Say thanks.
Have a good week.
Bye, Mark. Thank you, guys. Have a great week. We'll see you next week. Don't forget to come in. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to check us out. Have a good night.
Tell your friends.